Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I am sitting on the world's squeakiest chair, so hopefully that doesn't come across in the video. Anyway, welcome to the first WIP Wednesday of 2022. I almost said 2021. I'm all screwed up. If you've watched my completed pages, then you probably noticed I put 2020 in the thumbnail, and you know what? I'm too lazy to fix it. So no one said anything, so I don't even know if anyone's noticed or just is too kind to, point it out. But either way, what's done is done. It's out there. Why bother wasting time? So today I am going to continue working on this image. You might have seen me share this on Discord or Instagram, but this is from Lace of Fancy Dreams. It's Tiana, I think is the artist's actual name. I downloaded this a long time ago, and like I said in my completed pages, I was going to start doing a lot more PDFs and portraits and just whatever makes me happy. Now, does that mean I'll only be coloring those? No. I actually have another WIP, well, a few. There was a debate this morning amongst myself. So this is an old WIP. You might remember the pink hair from a pink hair tutorial. Everything is done on her except her tattoo and whatever, a shawl, blanket, and then her lips, eyes, and eyebrows. I know she doesn't look done, but she actually has her skin and hair done. So, and then a background of some sort, because on this tan toned paper, the skin is really, I might add some more contours actually, I don't know. But yeah, so I was gonna work on this, but then I was like, I'm not feeling it. And my motto of 2022 is don't force it. So if I'm not feeling it, I'm not doing it. The other WIP I have right now is under a pile of stuff, but it's in World of Flowers. I'm just using my Felissimos, which totally rubbed off right there. And just trying some funky combinations, using only 3 sets of my Felissimos, not all of them. So it's kind of a fun little challenge, but I was using the Mood, Tropical, and Fruitful. They all go together really nicely. Some similar colors though, but yeah, I'm kind of taking a break from that because I just don't feel like coloring it. Kind of like I said in my over there completed pages, I want to do more portraits and stuff, not just for the hair, skin too. The skin on this one, gosh, this chair is loud. This must not be the one I had in here before. I use my dining room chairs right now. For my art studio, I'll be ordering a new chair, but yeah, this dining room chair is really squeaky. But anyway, forget what I was saying. No idea. But yeah, I've started the skin. It's not done though, so it looks pretty rough right now. I did pick out a picture for a color along that I'm going to do on my channel. I think I'm going to do this one. It's sitting here while I debate. But yeah, I'm thinking this one. So, oh yeah, I was saying I want to do more portraits, not just for the hair, but I just enjoy doing them. I'm having fun practicing skin. I'm not saying I'm getting any better at it, but I'm having fun. So let me get my pencils out. Actually, let me drink a drink of my lean shake every Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I go onto the GNC website and get their lean shakes. They do the same deal every year. It's buy one, get one 50% off. And I stock up on them then. And yeah, so I bought a whole bunch, and I have a whole bunch in my fridge. They usually last a couple months. I don't get enough for the whole year ever. A few reasons. One, I just don't want to forget about them, because one year I did do that, and I put them in our basement storage, and I forgot. This was at our old house when, excuse me, the pantry wasn't big enough to store things, so things went in the basement and got forgotten. And yeah, I forgot about them, and they expired, and I was like, oh shoot. So, and then yeah, I just didn't know. speaking of basements, ours is done. So contractor finished the last thing last night, actually. I was trying to think when it was. Came by and hung the doors for us, and the carpet is being installed on Thursday. And then my husband was like, so how soon do you want me to move in there after they install carpet? And I was like, the same day. Is that a little too eager? Because if you guys don't know, say if you're new to my channel or new to my WIP Wednesdays, where I kind of update you on basically what's going on with me. So we're finishing the basement to, one, create more space. Not that we necessarily need it. I need it. I need sanity space. So we're finishing a living room down there. So that'll be the kids' living room, basically getting them out of my nice one with furniture that I didn't buy for kids to play on, because it's winter and they're inside all the time now with their friends over. Every time I send them to a friend's house, I'm like, okay, you play there this time. And they all still find their way back here. So it's like, okay, I need this basement done. So there'll be a living room for them. And then there will be a gym, a home gym. Oops. Home gym we're making down there. And then 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. So one of those bedrooms was originally going to be my art studio. But I was talking to my husband about it. And I was like, well, you know, if the kids' play stuff is going down there, because the other room is going to be a guest room / playroom. And the reason I say / is because I can't justify having a straight up guest room, because we don't have overnight guests that often. And if we do, it's like maybe once every few months. So the playroom will be in there with a bed. And if someone does come visit or stay the night, you know, we can always move toys into the basement living room. But I want all my kids' toys out of their rooms, because my youngest, her room gets so trashed when her friends are over. I mean, trashed. And it's just a bunch of 5 and 6-year-olds just being 5 and 6-year-olds, but I can't handle it. So yeah, the kids will be down there, and I told my husband, you know, that'll kind of defeat the purpose, because right now my art desk for recording is in my master bedroom. And that was just temporary, and that's because my office in our house is completely open, no doors, and we were going to add them, but I don't want to. I like that it's open. And so you know, I told him, because his man cave, it's not really even a man cave, right, because it's not in the basement, is currently on the 2nd floor with all the kids' bedrooms. And so I was like, well, if the kids' toys and basically hangout centers are going to the basement, having my art studio down there means it would be loud when I'm recording, and I don't need that. So what if we swap? You know, you go down there, plus he doesn't need natural light or even open the blinds. Like the blinds in the bedroom he's occupying right now are, I mean, it's a huge window, beautiful amount of daylight, and he hasn't opened them once since we moved in March. So I was like, I would use that all the time, and the basement windows aren't as big. So he agreed to take that room down there, and so basically we just need to get the carpet installed so that he can move his stuff down there, and then I will move into his room. Lovingly joke with him, though, that I'm going to have to shampoo the carpets. It's not really a joke. I really do need to shampoo them, because that man has not vacuumed in there since he's moved in. I think I snuck the vacuum in there once, but he will not let me vacuum in there, and it's driving me bonkers. So yeah, I am going to have to break out that carpet cleaner and shampoo those carpets, let them dry for a day, and then I can move up there. I did order the furniture for up there, and so we're getting carpet installed on the 6th. Unfortunately, my husband goes on duty the next day, of course, so he'll start moving his stuff out on Sunday, and I can shampoo the carpets maybe Sunday night, depending on how quickly he moves out. I'm gonna like find every muscle in my body to lift his recliner and TV and everything. Oh, it's gonna be such a pain though to go all the way from the second floor down to the basement. Oh, and the staircase to our second floor is abnormally long because we have vaulted ceilings in the living room on the first floor. So it's a very, very long staircase. Like, people don't believe me till they come to my house and then they see that staircase and they're like, holy crap. Like, once you actually stand in front of it, you're like, this is not a normal staircase. And you almost get like, I get queasy. Like, I'm terrified the kids are gonna fall down those stairs one day. So it'll be good that they're in the basement more often. So yeah, every time they have friends over, I'm like, oh, lawsuit just waiting to happen. Someone's gonna barrel down my staircase. I know it. But it is to code, by the way. It's not like, it's just a very long, grand looking staircase. It's really pretty. It's just like, holy schmoly. But yeah, so Sunday he'll probably move out. It's very unlikely he'll do it Thursday because carpet will be all day that day. And then I'll shampoo the carpets, and then I'll probably start taking a few things in Monday, like into the closet, but I need to go to Hobby Lobby and start buying some things I want for decor and storage. I love Hobby Lobby for that stuff. I actually don't go to Hobby Lobby for craft supplies or art supplies. Never, ever, ever buy art supplies at Hobby Lobby. Please, you're going to be overpaying. Even with their coupon, if you can even use it, you're going to overpay what you can get elsewhere. Just FYI. You know, I'd rather just order from Blick and wait centuries for them to actually ship it to me. So, but yeah, I usually go to Hobby Lobby for decor. If I do buy a supply there, it's like when I'm really in a pinch and I need a spare Prisma. And that's rare because you guys have seen my collection of backups. I have quite a few, so I rarely run out of inventory. But if I do, then I'll grab their open stock. Yeah, I'm gonna go there for some decor and storage. I've got some ideas. So as I was designing and thinking about my art studio, because this is gonna be like my permanent studio, I'm never moving again unless for something bad happens. Let's hope that's real wood. But yeah, this is our forever home. So this is my forever art studio. And I was looking on Pinterest and, you know, trying to get ideas, and I just didn't want like a traditional craft room looking area. You know, I didn't want the IKEA shelving. I know it's really popular, and nothing against anyone that uses those, by the way. They're adorable, and I've seen what people do with them. But I didn't want that. Like, I wanted it, so I want it to look like an art space, but feel like a room. You know what I mean? Probably not. But I love the farmhouse style. My whole house is done in like the farmhouse style. So I ordered furniture for it, and instead of doing like those IKEA shelving units, I actually ordered 2 bureaus. One is like a TV stand, and one is a buffet table, and they match the antique white that my desk is. The top of this is wood-ish colored brown, but yeah, the legs and stuff are an antique white. I finished the hair. Look at that. Now we can work on buffing out her skin because it looks awful. Oh. So yeah, I ordered that, and then I'm going to kind of like use those for storage so that all my stuff is neatly organized but not all over the place, because that's my biggest thing. I don't want it all out, and if it is out, I want it to look like on display and, you know, part of the decor. Yeah, you guys will just have to wait and see. Now, I probably won't do a studio tour for a while. 1, I'm waiting on furniture. 2, it'll take me a while to get, you know, everything organized to where I want it to be. I'm going to take my time, like, you know, I'll go to Hobby Lobby for a few things I know for sure I want. But then I'll be going back and forth between there and antique stores, and just slowly collecting and finalizing. So it's probably going to be a few months before I do like a tour of any kind. So just keep that in mind, because I know a few of you have asked, like, how soon will the tour be? And it's definitely going to be a little bit. So just patience. But yeah, I'm excited. It'll be a fun little space. I almost want to rip out the whole closet inserts that are in there and have my contractor who did my basement come and do this closet, but I think I'll just work with what's there, because goodness knows we've spent enough money on that basement. It actually wasn't bad considering the market right now and how much supplies are costing. We didn't spend as much as a lot of people, but still the amount we spent, it's just, and honestly, the biggest chunks of the cost were the sheetrock and things like that. And our carpet was probably one of the cheaper. And we're not paying the company to install it or our contractor. We actually, there's a fellow firefighter that works with my husband who does carpet installation as his side job. Fun fact, most firefighters have like trade jobs as side jobs, except my husband. He teaches fire academy and works at another fire station because he just loves fire. But yeah, those who don't do that usually have a trade job or something, because poor firemen don't get paid much. Run into this burning building for nothing. They get great health insurance benefits though. But yeah, so his buddy is gonna install it, so we just had to pay for the carpet itself. And the company we went through is actually in the city where my husband's a firefighter. And they know him because he's one of the fire inspectors. Like, he goes and inspects building for fire codes. And so he's been in there a few times, so they gave us a pretty good discount too. So I thought that was pretty nice of them. Excuse me. But yeah, but they'll be doing that. And I added all these layers of skin and I didn't even do her hand. So yeah, that's the status on the basement. And gosh, I feel like I haven't done a WIP Wednesday in forever, but I swear I did one last week. Maybe I skipped last week. Let's see, grab my colors here. One thing that will be changing with WIP Wednesdays is, gosh, I am very self-aware of when I say the word very self-aware of when I say it. Unfortunately, I am not self-aware before it comes out of my mouth. So if it annoys you, know that it equally annoys me. I hear it. I get like all upset at myself for doing it, but yeah, the chances of me remembering to not do it are pretty slim to none. So but yeah, so I want to try and work on abandoned WIPs. I have quite a few. Whether they were abandoned because I lost interest, or I just started it for a tutorial, or in the case of portraits, I have a lot where I did the hair and was not very confident in my skin abilities, so I kind of just, left it and gently backed away and never saw it again. So I was thinking, pulling those out and working on those a little more. And I think that would be kind of fun. Now, I won't do that every week because, like I said, this week I had pulled out an abandoned WIP, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to color this, and I didn't. So I'm definitely, after last month, I was in a coloring slump because I just kept feeling guilty. Like, I felt guilty that I wasn't coloring Christmas or doing any Christmassy things. I wasn't even Christmassy at home though. Like, I was very bah humbug. I was more giddy about taking down the Christmas decor than putting it up. So, in fact, I'm super antsy because I'm trying to get our tree down. It's a 12-foot tree, and it took 4 days to assemble, and doggone it, it's not going to take 4 days to take it down as far as I'm concerned. That thing's coming down. So, but the issue I'm having is I'm short, and I cannot reach the top half of the tree. So this requires a tall human with some extra strength, because the pieces of the tree, not only do you need to be tall enough on a ladder, no one's tall enough without a ladder, but on a ladder to reach it, but you also need to be strong enough to reach over about 2.5 feet over, and then lift these pieces of the tree that are not light. They're not light one bit. And I am not that. Like, I could sort of reach it. Like, I was able to reach it to put the lights on, but there's no way I can lift those pieces off. So my husband needs to hop on a ladder, which he promised he would do today. So I really hope he does, but he's gonna have to hop on the ladder and take down those 2 parts, and then I can finish taking down the tree. I've taken everything down except my porch decorations, and that is because it is so frigid cold outside right now. I went to go do it yesterday, and just standing at the bus stop waiting for my 5-year-old to get home from kindergarten was enough exposure for me. I was freezing. So yeah, today it's supposed to be a little warmer, and that's because a snowstorm is on its way. But hey, I'll take it. I'm down for the warm. We always get a little bit of a warm front that indicates the snow is coming. So I'm going to take advantage of that little bit of warmth, and by warmth I mean high 30s, and take down the outside decor while it's somewhat warmer, because yesterday it wasn't even 20. Oh my gosh, I was so cold. Nothing warmed me up. Like, you just get so cold and literally chilled to the bone. Oh, I hate it. But yeah, and yesterday was crazy busy too. I had to keep going out in the cold. I had work, but then my son had to go to the orthodontist to get his braces tightened. I never had braces, so all this is new to me, but apparently you tighten them every couple weeks. And then I had to take the puppy, good old Akira, to the vet. Sorry about that. If it was loud to you, don't worry. The puppy is laying right next to me, and she didn't enjoy it either. In fact, let's take a break from coloring and say hi to her. There she is, all asleep. Isn't she so cute? She has stolen Sister's bed, though, so Sister's not going to be very happy when she comes in from outside. But look at that sleeping puppy. She will be 4 months old at the end of this week, and she is growing and growing, and oh my gosh, way too much energy. Okay, back to coloring. But yeah, so the little puppy that you just saw, good old Akira, not old, she's young. I had to take her to the vet yesterday. Nothing wrong, just her, vaccinations. Gotta vaccinate those puppies. Crazy. So normally, or all the dogs we've ever owned in the past, they couldn't get their rabies vaccine until they were 6 months old. And so when I took Akira in for her vaccines, I was just, figuring I'd be back in a couple months for her rabies. And then, of course, we're going to get her spayed, because I have no intentions of breeding her, especially with her attitude. But also I just have zero desire to deal with that. Just all that comes with it. I'm about to have 2 teenage daughters one day, and I have myself. So we're good. We're solid on that front. I just want my dog to be a dog. So yeah, we're going to spay her. But yeah, so I went to the vet, and they said, oh, and she's getting her rabies. And I was like, rabies? Isn't she too young for that? And the doctor's like, no, you can actually get rabies now as early as 4 months. And since she's within a week of it, she'll be fine. And so she got her rabies, which is awesome. Because that was just like one, thing to tick off. When you have a puppy, you have to have so many appointments for their vaccinations and all these things you got to do for that first 12 months. So I was like, oh, sweet, one less thing to worry about. But also we can now register her. And then since she has her rabies, she can actually go to the groomer and a board and train with our trainer if we wanted. However, I'm not going to have her do the board and train until she's a little older. So we sent Scout. Scout was 14 months old when she went to her board and train. I don't think we'll wait that long with Akira. It's actually better to send them before a year, but not like before 6 months. And usually he prefers if they're, close to fully grown. So we'll probably wait till she's a year old and send her. So that'll be like September-ish. And speaking of her, we are still working with her and the trainer. We actually were supposed to have a session with our trainer this week, but he texted me last night. He tested positive for COVID, and he's actually like sick too. So we'll have to reschedule that one when he's feeling better. So she's been doing okay. Like, I took her to the vet and I was really nervous because her first vet appointment, my husband actually took her to. So I didn't get to see how she interacted because, she's not the greatest around strangers. So I was nervous taking her. And my husband had said she did great when he took her. And she was okay. Like, when they first came to grab her to get her nails trimmed, she was very standoffish. And the gal went to pick her up and she did do her usual snap. And I told her no and corrected her. And the girl was, like, they're very understanding. They know her situation there. And she's like, you know what? It'll be better if I just pull her back on her leash and not pick her up then. And so they did that. And then they had to hold her, obviously, to trim her nails. And they said she did great. They took her back there, gave her some treats, and then she was totally fine. So, and then, the vet gave her shots right in front of me, and she was totally fine for the shots. Just sat there. She didn't growl at the vet, and the vet was, touching her all over. Now, granted, the vet is a woman. And Akira doesn't mind the female kind, but she does mind men. But like New Year's Eve, our neighbors came over, and they have 2 boys. And so that was a good test as well. And she did pretty good, although she pretty much just kept to herself. Like, so we were in the kitchen dining room area, and she still wants to be around us because, she doesn't want to be alone. So she would be in the kitchen, but she would just find a corner in the kitchen and just kind of like plop there. So you were still, like, she could see you, but she wasn't in the middle of the action. But she let everyone like pet her. Sometimes she would just come up and sniff them and be very skittish. Other times she would come right up to them. So yeah, we're working on it. We need to socialize her more. It's just really hard right now because it is so cold. Like, no one's outside, and with it being flu season and COVID kind of running rampant right now in Utah, everyone's very standoffish from one another. So it's not like you can be like, hey, can I bring my dog over? But since she got her last parvo and rabies, I just have to wait 2 weeks according to the vet. And then I can start taking her in public. So I think I'll take her to like PetSmart or Petco, whatever that one is that I take Scout to. And, just take her in there and have her walk around because she gets very scared of just noises and people and whatnot. And just kind of do that and let her pick out a little treat from the little treat bar or something. I don't know. Right now my son's been walking her partially because the trainer said he needs to work with her because the trainer really wants her to be more cared for by a man just so she starts trusting men. So I use that excuse a lot on my son because it's freaking cold outside. So I'm like, hey, the dog needs a walk. Good luck. I'm so mean. But you know what? That's what kids are for, right? At least that's what I tell myself. Let's see. I think I like the skin. So the hair I did with Pablo's, by the way, Caran d'Ache Pablo's. And I just used cream, purplish red, purple, pink, and salmon pink. I was just trying them out. I really enjoy these for hair. They are softer, which is so weird because the first time I ever tried these, the old set, I thought they were hard and scratchy, but these ones I got from Blick are soft, but they don't hold their point as long as like a Pro Color or a Poly. And so, you know, they do require a few more sharpens, but I've been really enjoying them for hair. In fact, I just filmed a video about my favorite pencils for hair. And I need to put a little disclaimer on there because I have gotten a few other pencils that I haven't tried for hair yet, like the Lyra Rembrandts. And those may end up, you know, going in the list too. But for now, my list of pencils. And let's see. I'm debating if I want to... So her skin is done. I know it looks kind of patchy at the moment. This is a very smooth cardstock. It can take quite a few layers. I've got like 6 or 7 layers already. So you guys know I hate layering, but with skin, I say, okay, fine, whatever. And I layer with skin. So I've been layering my Prismacolors, but eventually I get my skin to where I want it to look on this smoother cardstock. And I just use my Caran d'Ache full blender and smooth it out, and then it's all nice and smooth. But actually down here it looks like I could add a little more. I'm seeing some missing. When you hold it to the right light, you can kind of see where you're missing, or you see a little bit too much white of the tooth showing through. Now that full blender is just for smoothing out. Like, it's not like the Prisma blender where it drags your color. So you need to make sure that all your layers are finalized, because one, once you put that down, it creates a film that's pretty hard to go back on top of. And two, like I said, it just smooths things into the tooth. Well, I guess I could try my new Derwent blender, but I don't want to risk it on a page that I'm enjoying how it looks right now. So, but yeah, like I didn't add as many layers on the hand, but that's just because it didn't need it. But like the face has a ton of layers down here and stuff. I don't add as many because there's not as many contours, and I'm just like, but the face, I go in a lot lighter with the face, and I'm a lot more cautious with the face. And that's just because I have one, where is it? I need to take pictures and show some stuff on Instagram. That was one of my resolutions, we'll call them, because I didn't really share any completed pictures on Instagram in December. I felt like kind of lazy. I'm just guessing her arm comes right here, so I'm trying to create like a little crease of some sort. I haven't decided if I'm going to give her makeup. But yeah, I have a purple hair. I've shared the hair combo on Instagram, but I really didn't like how the skin turned out. So I've, that's why I'm like extra cautious with skin, because I'm just like, I spend hours doing the hair. I think I need to do the skin first. Now that I'm comfortable doing skin, I need to start doing the skin first. That way if I screw it up, I can reprint it, because I don't spend as many hours on the skin as I do on the hair. But yeah, that purple hair one I just recently finished. Ugh, I spent hours on that because it's like a purple with some blues running through. It's very pretty and rich. And yeah, the skin, I could erase it, but I don't want to. Like I said, my motto is if I'm not feeling it, I'm not doing it. So I don't want to. So it's just staying, and I'll just sit there and grumble. I'll probably reprint it and do it another time, but not in that same combo. If I ever redo the same image, I don't redo the same colors. Like, because there's certain Mariola pictures I'd love to recolor, but I'm not going to do the same colors. Oh, eyebrows. Actually, I'll wait till I smooth this out, because I don't want to accidentally grab some of that pink. Let's see. So it is, F is for January. I keep wanting to say February. So maybe I will finish the rest of it in polychromos, for Faber-Castell polychromos. I think we could do that. Yeah. I mean, I would love to keep using my Pablos too, but I'm not as good with those yet. And I feel more confident, although I'm kind of not sure. I think this is a poppy. I'm not sure what that flower is. I mean, the great thing about coloring is you don't have to be realistic. You can just kind of make it whatever, but I was thinking like this will be like a white cream flower, and then I'll have some green and pinks running through to pull the pink from the hair into there. I just realized I didn't color her ears, so I'm gonna do that. And then yeah, her dress, I don't know, because like the background, I'm thinking of like a purple. Yes, you heard the word background. That is one of my goals this year, is to not be afraid of the backgrounds. Backgrounds can't control my life. I'm in control. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So I was thinking of maybe using some gelatos or even a blue, like a bright blue background would look really pretty, because I do have this butterfly. But I was kind of on the fence with doing like a light blue dress, so that's the other problem. Oh man, welcome to WIP Wednesday, where you get inside my head and listen to me talk myself in and out of ideas for an hour. Oh, so one thing I wanted to touch on was my 6,000 subscriber giveaway. I didn't forget. So I am going to give those of you who watch my WIP Wednesday a sneak preview. So the 6,000 subscriber giveaway, I'm doing a little different this year. I'm not going to do a video. And the reason for that is I don't mind doing the videos every now and then, but I've noticed that a lot of the times if you do a video, it shows up, or there's people out there that are just searching for giveaway videos. So I'll get comments and entries from people who aren't actually subscribers of my channel. They don't follow me, and so I want the 6,000 subscriber giveaway. I want things to go to those who are actually subscribed and actually watch the videos and, like support my channel, because that's the whole point. I'm thinking those people. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pop it in the community tab. Now, you don't see my community tab if you aren't subscribed to me. Now, I am bringing this up in the video because I know a few of you use Apple like products for your tablets and phones. The community tab will not show on those devices, so you'll need to get on like a computer and look at my community tab. It's just like the About Me videos and playlist tabs, but for some reason on Apple devices, the community tab doesn't show. Now, I will be posting the 6K giveaway info on there this afternoon, so keep an eye out for it. And what I have decided to do is do one item per 1,000, like I've been doing. So there's 6 winners, and basically the grand prize winner will get a full set of Black Widow pencils, and by full set I mean everything from the OGs to Dragon. And then winners 2 through 6 will get a $5 Etsy download. So depending on the artist, in fact, there's some artists right now with really good sales. You could get anywhere from 1, if you do like Mariola Boudette, because they're like $4 a piece, to up to 3. So yeah, well, more like 2, I guess, if you do the math. But there's a couple artists right now that have like their images on sale for like $1.50 and $1.84. So yeah, depending on the artist, you can get a couple or one, but either way, that's what the others will get. And then the grand prize will be that full set of Black Widows. And then, so yeah, I will put it in my community tab, and it'll be the usual like Google sheet entry, just because that makes it easier to contact the winner. And then I'll do an announcement video. But yeah, I'm doing that this way just because I feel that will get more genuine entries, and then it's, you know, and then those of you who watch WIP Wednesday will already know about it. Not that I'm penalizing anyone who doesn't watch my WIP Wednesday, because I know I ramble on like crazy, and not everyone has time for listening to Corey just chat about random things while coloring. So I get it. But those who are subscribed will see it in the community tab for sure, and that's what matters. But yeah, and then I won't have anyone just who's searching for giveaway in the title of a video. Now my thumbnail does say info about the giveaway, but I'm not putting it in the title, and that will also help because I just want to get more authentic entries, I guess. I'm just trying it out. We'll see how it goes and stuff like that. Debating. It's hard to tell with the lighting in here. I like the hair. I'm just wondering if I have a little too much. I need to add some more light pink, because the cream is pretty bold, and I think I need a little bit more light pink in some of these areas, because I want it to look natural, like she has pink hair. So yeah, I think I need to cover up some of this. But so yeah, that will be the 6,000 subscriber giveaway. We'll give that a go, see who wins. Very exciting. And then plus I can write all the rules there, and it just makes it so much easier. I can make a cute little picture for it. And then you don't have to watch an 8-minute video of me rambling on and on just to tell you how to enter. So that'll make it even better for you guys. And then yeah, I'll either record the winner or just announce it. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll announce it on a stream or something. I did miss last week's stream because our internet kept popping on and off. Like I was watching YouTube and it kept turning on and off. And so I looked and they had spotty service alerts and they weren't going to fix it till that afternoon. I was like, oh, I don't want to risk getting into a stream and constantly pop in and out. It's just, it gets frustrating. You lose your momentum. So that's why I canceled. But this week, or this Sunday, I will be streaming. It's the day before my birthday, I think. Yeah, because I think this Sunday is the 9th. Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't think I'll be doing anything special. I'm probably going to just stream what I was going to stream last weekend. And that was swatching all those watercolor pencils. I've been getting tons of watercolor pencils from subscribers who are just contributing to the project, or they're even sending ones that I didn't even have on the list because they just want to see them reviewed and done in a battle. So it's been actually really cool because I've been getting ones that I didn't even know about. Example, these Indra Creative ones, I didn't know they made watercolor pencils. And so these were sent to me. I also received the Nioni watercolor pencils. I've heard of the regular pencils from Nioni. I didn't know they had watercolor pencils. And I've received a couple others. So yeah, I'll probably be swatching those Sunday. And then also one of these streams this month, and you guys will have to let me know what you think of this idea. I spoke to my favorite hair artist, who is Mariola Budek, if you couldn't guess that already, and got her permission to use one of her images and pull hair from one. I haven't decided what one, but basically I'm going to cut out a section of hair and then replicate it on a sheet. And then that stream we're going to work with one brand of pencils and just do tons of hair combinations live. So it'll be a lot of fun. And the reason I said one brand is because I may do this like once a month, different brands. And that saves me from having to do a video for each one. Although I'll still do the more in-depth videos as well, because seeing a small section of hair versus a large, you know, full head of hair are two different beasts. But we can work with brands, but then you guys can give me requests. I can kind of show you some processes. I'll already have some pre-picked ones, but I'll also have you guys vote a week or so before on other ones you want, so I can pre-pick those and be prepared, because I do have to sharpen, and I know you guys love the sound of my sharpener, and I want to be ready to go for that. So I got permission from her to create the sheet. Now the sheet will not be distributed, it's solely for my live stream, but I wanted to check with her and make sure she was okay with it, because even though I wasn't distributing it, I don't know, I am altering her work and repurposing it, and I wanted her permission, and she was actually very cool about it. So by the way, if you've never messaged Mariola with a question, she is the most amazing person ever. She responds right away, and she's so sweet. So yeah, I'll be doing that sometime this month, and that'll help me kind of get through some of those hair requests I have and save me from sitting down and doing long tutorials. And then someone can just, you know, watch the whole polychromos video. Another thing you're going to see this month is I am doing like a hair series 101. So I filmed my video with my favorite pencil choices for hair, because that's kind of critical. If you want to learn my style and technique, you're going to need the pencils I use, because my technique does not apply to all pencils. Now I do try pencils and I can make them work, but I have preferred ones that just work better. So that is something to keep in mind. So I made a video on that. I'm also going to do a video showing you how to pick colors to create the hair color. I'll have an in-depth video on just the basics of coloring hair using any colors, any combo, and basically understanding the principles behind it, because I have all those tutorials with the colors. But the problem is none of you are learning just the principles of it. You're learning how to apply that color combo. But I want to show you, you know, how I do all these hair colors. Like I'm in the mood for a purple, and I just pull out, you know, 5 to 8 pencils and I give it a go. I want you to be able to just do that as well. So I'll be working on a video for that. Now, granted, it has taken me a few years to be able to just wing it like that, but at least you'll have the foundation so that you can start playing around. And if a combo sucks, it's okay. Like I used to have practice sheets. I would practice them on first and be like, all right, that works. And now I'm to the point where I don't need to pre-swatch it and check it. I just know what will and will not combine. So, you know, like I can't go mixing in yellow with my greens unless I want a toxic hair color. You know, I just, over the years, I know what combos play nicely. So I plan to do that. Not all this month, but it'll start this month. I've already filmed the one and kind of just tackle that and a few other things on my channel. I am going to start doing color alongs. I know they're not really watched. In fact, they get the least amount of views on my channel. But when I had started my channel, I really wanted to just color pages with you guys from start to finish. And I had noticed no one watched them, so I swapped to the shorter tutorials, which, you know, got more, you know, attention and seemed more preferred. But I wanted to just do like color alongs. So like this one, for example, that I'm showing on it. It's going to be a Mariola of some kind. I'm also going to try and get a Hannah Lynn one for my tag done. And I'll still have short tutorials on my channel, of course, because sometimes I'll be coloring a page and I'll get to something and be like, hey, this would be a good thing to show someone how to color while I'm already coloring it. So that's how a lot of my tutorials are going to come about from here on out, is just if I'm working on something and a tutorial can be made, it shall be. Like maybe I'll make one for this flower if the wind blows me that way. No more stress. I'm doing whatever I feel like in the moment. Literally, I'm going to fly by the seat of my pants and that'll be fun. I think content is a lot better that way when you're enjoying it and it doesn't feel like a chore. So that's my goal this year. Oh, I'm almost finally using this one up. I do tape all my Prismas, even though these are like the cheapest of all my artist grade pencils. And yes, these are artist grade. No one argue with me on that. I do tape them so that I can use them to the very, very end, and then I pull it off and start with its buddy that it's taped to. Yep, well, and that one just popped off in my sharpener, so now I'm gonna have to get it out. But speaking of which, I'm using the new Jarlink, the one that I had told you takes the larger pencils, and I am playing around with it. Jarlink actually offered to reimburse me for this one because I did let them know I didn't like the other one. I was like, well, that's kind of useless. None of my pencils fit except my, my Prisma size. So I bought this one myself, and I like this one more than my AFMAT. I'm sorry, AFMAT. There's a couple reasons for that. One, it's battery powered, rechargeable. I just plug it in, but it's supposed to sharpen like 300 times. And the auto stop on this actually works. Whereas with my AFMAT, I'd never go to the auto stop. Anyway, I'm still testing it. As you can see, I'm using it here, using different pencils in it. So it's going to be a hot minute before I do an official review, but there will be one coming down the pipeline for that. Yeah, lots of things coming down the pipeline, but when they will show is nobody knows. But I think I will call it good here. Thanks for hanging out with me while I rambled on my usual WIP Wednesday and finished her hair and skin. I think it looks good. But yeah, just keep an eye out. I do want to start doing more color alongs. I totally understand that they may not get a ton of views, but like I said, when I started my channel, I wanted to just color pictures and not just do it to music, just sit there and chat and color and explain why I'm doing something, and just kind of chill, hang out with people while I'm coloring kind of thing. So I plan to do those more, and if people watch, great. If not, whatever. And then I'll continue with all the other stuff I've been doing. And yeah, and then I want to use more watercolor this year. I have those beautiful Carolina Kubikowska books, Linda Ravenscroft books. I've got some great books for watercolor, so I plan to play with those a lot more. And then I've got tons of watercolors to swatch. These have been sent to me. And I may have, for my birthday, ordered the rest of watercolor confections that I was missing. Yeah, I did. So I'm waiting for them all to arrive so I can just sit down and have one big swatch party with the rest of those. But yeah, guys, keep an eye out for the giveaway. I think I already said that, but you know what? I've been up since 4:30 because my 5-year-old is sick, so my brain is not all there. And then just I hope you all have had a wonderful New Year's. I hope your 2022 is off to a great start. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the week. And until next time, take care. Bye now.